Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.
While Pakistan was raining fire on Panjshir, some Western journalists were busy giving cover fire. And can't say I'm surprised. The West has consistently been wrong on Pakistan. This time it was the BBC. They were hosting a discussion on the Taliban's takeover. Their guest was Christine Fair, an expert on South Asian affairs. The conversation soon turned to Pakistan. Christine Fair talked about how Islamabad cultivated the Taliban, how it continues to destabilize Afghanistan. These are perfectly factual arguments. But the BBC presenter disagreed. She took offense even though Pakistan was being criticized, not the BBC, not the United Kingdom, Pakistan. Strange, isn't it? Not if you followed the BBC consistently. They love pampering Pakistan. They ignore all the terror sponsoring and betrayals. Why? Because apparently that's unbiased journalism. Let me play out the discussion for you.
Pakistan likes to be thought of as the fire brigade when Pakistan is in fact the arsonist.
And Pakistan of course, would absolutely deny that. And I want to come back on your phrase. Let me come back on your phrase. An instability that it can manage. That.
Let me say, as a journalist, that is appalling stuff. We've been covering Afghanistan on this channel. We've had dozens of guests. Not all of them have the same opinion. Not all of them agree with our editorial position. But we don't shut them down. We don't cancel them on live television. So what's the BBC's excuse? Here's what their spokesperson said. It is standard practice for our presenters to challenge guests. The interviewee was given ample opportunity to make her point during a long interview. Was she, though? The BBC did not challenge their guest. They cancelled her. Cut her off in the name of balanced journalism. Since when does defending Pakistan count as balanced journalism? Let's go back to what Christine Fair actually said. Pakistan cultivated the Taliban. They supported the Taliban through the 1990s. And just to be clear, that's a fact. This is not opinion. And since the BBC is so obsessed with itself, let me quote from their own article. Pakistan has repeatedly denied that it was the architect of the Taliban enterprise, but there is little doubt that many Afghans who initially joined the movement were educated in madrasas in Pakistan. That's a BBC article published on the 18th of August. Nothing has changed since then. The Taliban are the same ruthless group and Pakistan are the same shameless sponsors. So why did the BBC presenter dispute the guest? Well, that's Western media for you, playing fast and loose with facts and shutting down experts who tell the real story. What Christine Fair said towards the end is true. The BBC is doing Pakistan's propaganda work, free of cost and free of any journalistic ideals, let me add. Across social media, the opinion is the same. This is what Pakistan's former ambassador to the US wrote. How is it the BBC's job to shut down a guest? Surely they could have invited a Pakistani guest later to give their view. They could have. That was definitely an option. But the BBC was not concerned about its own image. It was concerned about Pakistan's image. There is unilateral agreement that Pakistan supported, armed and funded the Taliban. Any expert will tell you that. In fact, Pakistan itself will tell you that.
और ये जितने नौजवान यहाँ मुहाजिरों में पढ़ते रहे, कई बड़ी माजरत के साथ, मैं अब वजीर दाखिला हूँ, रेलवे में होता तो शायद और ज्यादा बातें कर सकता था. मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. कई ये तालिबान लीडर जो टॉप हैं वो पैदा पाकिस्तान में हुए, पढ़े पाकिस्तान में. इसमें तो पाकिस्तान की खिदमत हैं कि इनको हमने तालीम दी और अब भी कई पढ़ रहे होंगे.
That was Pakistan's interior minister. He openly admits that his country created the Taliban, but the BBC does not. It tells you everything about their editorial policy. It's less about being balanced and more about whitewashing Pakistan, because not every story has two sides. Pakistan and the Taliban definitely don't. So this militant hunt for middle ground is a farce. Typical British arrogance combined with ignorance and sinister agendas. And this is supposed to be the face of quality journalism. I think we'll take a rain check on that claim. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.